I would also like to say a few words. I'm sure you've heard most of them before, but I'll start in French, and I won't finish in French because it's too painful for you to listen to. But c'est un plaisir de me trouver ici à Bruce. I am delighted to be here in Brussels to celebrate the recognition of three of the most deserving families for their acts of honor and bravery. As my mother, Rose, was born in Belgium, this is something of a homecoming for me. I already felt a special attraction to Belgian chocolate and beer, but now I can add three special families being honored here today to the list of things I love about Belgium. Although Rose would love to be here for this ceremony, it is not practical that she come, but she sends her love and best wishes and congratulations for this wonderful occasion. For those of you who may not know the details of her life when she left Belgium, I will fill in some blanks. After the war, she met my father Jack in Antwerp, and they managed to get on a boat, on a ship, headed for New York, determined to build a new life together and put the past behind them. Rose had suffered a tremendous loss during the war. Her entire family had been murdered by the Nazis. This included her mother, her father, her brother, and her other relatives. She was alone in the new world of America, but she was ambitious, creative, intelligent, and determined. Arriving in New York with little money, they somehow managed to achieve financial success through hard work and a focus on their family and education. Rose went to college in New York and even obtained a graduate degree from a university. She had 3 children, 2 of whom have become attorneys and you've met here today. She had a lot to be proud of and thankful for, but she is most thankful for the opportunity given her by the 3 wonderful families being recognized here today: the Hendricks, the de Geldre, and the Snayers. The act of saving Rose exhibited uncommon bravery by any standard, then or now. She was protected at unimaginable personal risk to those helping her, at a time of great stress for everyone involved. These 3 families recognized here stood up for defending the innocent and were willing to defy tyranny. This took unusual acts of courage. In our world today, it is so much easier to be generous or empathetic by donating money or giving to a charity and have little personal involvement. But there is nothing compared to the actions taken here on a much more personal and dangerous level to save the life of a young stranger. Let us not forget that Jews during this era, and even today, were never particularly popular. And it would have been understandable if Rose was sent back to her mother, particularly in light of the hostilities and threats and the political climate that the Nazis had created throughout Europe. Saving Rose was far more than a single instance or momentary act of bravery. It continued every day and every night for years. The threat was pervasive. It involved great care and intricate planning and secrets to avoid detection. There was no money involved. This was not charity to the poor. This was a conspiracy by 3 families to defy the forces of evil that had invaded their nation and poisoned their system of justice. Rose often speaks of the kindness and the generosity bestowed upon her by the three loving families honored here today. Collectively, your elders gave Rose a new life, gave her her own family. We are forever grateful for it. And you should be proud of your heritage. If I can borrow from an American, Neil Armstrong, an astronaut, his observation when he first walked on the moon, I feel it applies here. He said on his first footsteps on the moon, this was one small step for man, but one giant step for mankind. And I feel that what your families have done was indeed a small step, but it was a giant step for the morality of man. Let me finish by saying, should any of you journey to New York, please contact me as your family extends right into the heart of New York City. Thank you very much.